Okay, I'm back. We're going to now reinstall the chuck and the Operation 1 roller. So here's the new chuck. Again, it's always important to unwrap it, make sure not to drop it, and do a full inspection of it to make sure that it looks like it's in good condition. It looks pretty good to me. So we're going to take it, we're going to run it in here, and we're going to screw it in. It's always best to screw these things in as far as you can with just your hand. I managed to get that one all the way in. So now you take your pen and your hammer, and you're just going to snug it up. So when you're tapping on it, listen to it. The pitch of the tap is going to change, and that's going to tell you when you've bottomed out. You guys hear how it went up in an octave or two there? That means that that's in place. We're going to just double tap again and make sure. Sounds pretty good. Now, we're going to take our knockout and we're going to put it back in there. First though, we need to put our pen back in the top to hold that shaft in place. I'm going to stick that in, and it literally just spins up. You take that all the way up. You don't need to, you're going to use your spanner again. Now, this doesn't need to be super tight. Watch your head in here too. Take it up there and put a little bit of stank on it. There we go. And we're going to take our retainer bolt. I'm going to slide it up in there. And find our number 4. Which this will pop out. I know it's hard for me to do this and stay out of the camera for you guys, but like I said, the other video from the GoPro should be a little easier for you guys to see everything I'm doing with my hands. See if I can move you over just a little bit, give myself a little more room. Even though I'm in here working on a Saturday, one of my coworkers is over on the other side centrifuging right now, which is probably that sound that you hear. Okay, now that that's up there, we're going to hold our pen in place. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tweak. You don't really need to over tighten anything. Pull out your pen, wipe off the dirty grease off the tools, and set that aside. And now the chuck is installed. Operation 2 is installed, which means now we need to install Operation 1 roller, which is right here. We're going to take it, Slide it up in there. And see if we can get the thread on. It's not wanting to. I think it's barely hitting the chuck. So we're gonna move the machine to where we can get to it. Again, before you move, always make sure that your rollers aren't going to hit. I'm gonna take it, back it up. Alright, let's try it there. Alright, now it's spinning up. Again, like Operation 2, we're going to take Operation 1 roller all the way to the top. We're not going to tighten the retainer bolts on it. Now we're just going to start slowly moving the line. I'm going to keep just rolling that, because right now we're moving it, and Operation 1 should be sliding in for it to do its job, but we don't want it to touch, so every little movement, I'm just spinning that, make sure we're not touching. Now we're going to take it over to the point where we can start getting everything dialed into position. So on ours, we've got these little points where we can do our positions. And now Operation 1 roller is as far in next to the chuck that it will go, and as you can see, you can still spin it. It's not touching. If I were to keep going, Operation 1 roller would actually back out, and Operation 2 roller would start moving in. You can see we're not touching on Operation 2 roller either. So now I'm going to stop these videos, and I'm going to reposition some stuff so I can work a little bit easier, and I'll start the next one. All right, cheers.